Hey guys, I'm Codyjoe, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Exo Terra's new thermostat. This one in particular is the dimming and pulse thermostat, whereas the other two models are just the on-off thermostat. You can put it on the dimming option, so rather than the light flicking on and off, it's just going to slowly dim to what it needs to. Whereas the pulse sends small pulses of electricity basically to the heating device, and it'll maintain a constant temperature. So when you take your thermostat out of the package, this is the unit you're going to see. It basically has the main box here, and then you'll find three different cords coming off of it. The first one will be your power cord that's going to plug into the wall. The second one is going to be the outlet that you're going to plug your heating element into. And the third is going to be your temperature probe. And so this is what's reading the temperature and sending that temperature back to the unit. So now we're going to show you how to control an overhead basking spot with the thermostat. With this particular setup, we're using a ZoomEd Nano dome, and we have a Nano ceramic heat emitter. This is our actual basking spot, and along with it we have a Nano LED just for light. We're going to mount our thermostat probe and our extra thermometer probe to the hottest point under the basking light. And since this thermostat has a day cycle and a night cycle that's controlled through a light sensitive probe, you need some sort of light source turning on and off to tell the thermostat that it's now turning between day temperature and night temperature. So the way we have this set up is our ceramic heat emitter is actually giving us the heat, and then we'll have our separate light source, whether it be just an LED or a UVB light, hooked up to a timer. So what'll happen is when the timer kicks this light on, your temperature probe is also a light probe. It's going to see that light and it's going to switch to your daytime setting. You can see one of our little dragon agamas here enjoying his overhead basking area. And then at night, when your timer kicks your LED or your UVB light off, the thermostat's going to read that and it's going to turn down to its nighttime cycle. So the second type of basking spot we're going to control is the heat pad. For the heat pad, it's going to be the same deal. You're going to want to run your temperature probe to the hottest point. So that's going to be the center of the heat pad. And another good thing to keep in mind when using it with a heat pad or with a light is you always want to have a backup thermometer, either probe style, or you can use a temperature gun, just to make sure that the thermostat's reading properly and there's no malfunctioning going on. So in order to install this thermostat to a heat pad, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thermostat probe, and I'm also going to take my thermometer probe. And the thermometer, like I said, is just to double check and make sure that the thermostat is reading accurately. So I'm just going to take a twist tie. I'm going to run the twist tie around just so that these two are side by side. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to mount them directly on the hottest point of the heat pad against the glass. So whatever you're using as a substrate, whether it be sand or say reptile carpet, that will cover your probes. And for a permanent setup, you're going to want to mount these, whether you use a zip tie mount or you can use the aluminum foil tape. That's the only tape that I would recommend using, and you can just tape down the cord, not the tip of the probe. You want to leave that uncovered, but you can still cover it by the substrate. And here's one of our ball pythons utilizing a basking spot provided by a heat pad. Thermostats are an essential part of keeping reptiles in captivity. I personally won't keep any of my animals without a thermostat, just because, especially out here in Canada, we can't control the weather. Hopefully that cleared up any questions you may have in regards to setting up a thermostat in your terrarium. Any more questions that you might have, feel free to give us a call or contact us via email or Facebook.